We just finished watching Monday Night Raw, and they crowned the new WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. I think this
That's
was,
right. That's right.
and obviously Rhea Ripley was injured, so we ended up with a battle royal, which was an interesting choice. I thought they'd go with a tournament, but I'm glad that they went with the battle royal. How do you guys feel about this match and who won this match? Obviously we know Becky Lynch is the winner of this match, but I don't know how I feel about it. Kiro, can I get your thoughts, man?
Where we come from, we say to a situation like that, it's tough. I mean, like Rhea Ripley, first of all, the fact that she left the title, that's a whole bunch of questions. But we did talk about it in another video for like 8 minutes. All I'll say is, what's going on? Why is this title, first of all, being defended or the new champion being crowned in a battle royal? Kind of makes the title seem unimportant because battle royals, especially on like a weekly show, it's just a throwaway match. Like, let's get the facts straight. And then, dude, if Rhea Ripley is coming back 2 months later, she better not be. She better
Right.
reschedule everything and come back 8 months later or something like that. That's what I assume is going on right now because, like, Jesus, man, why was this the main event? With the action we saw, with the wrestling we saw, this shouldn't have been the main event. Simple as it is. I mean, like, whenever Becky Lynch is involved in something like that, just like WrestleMania 39's main event, it was just rough. It was bad. Like, this should have been the opener match. Like, there was no cool spots in this. I mean, I liked Chelsea Green, double elimination stuff. I liked the crazy amount of times Becky Lynch had to get slammed on that table with Nia Jax for it to break, and it finally broke, but it was in the ad break. But more than that, more than the fact that there was no really cool action in the match itself, I still remember the fact that Zoe Stark missed that super kick to Nia Jax's face by like 2 meters, 2 miles. That was rough to see. Other than that, the person who won this just left a very bad taste on my mouth. You know, at Dynasty, someone lost, and I had the exact same feeling, and that someone was Julia Hart. I was like, they actually are both blonde. Like, you had this chance to go ahead and put Liv Morgan back on the main event with the title. Probably the only chance you're gonna get for a while right now. So why would you make her lose? Why would you give it away to Becky Lynch, who just lost to Rhea Ripley in a pretty simple match too? Rhea Ripley was pretty darn dominant in the second half of that match, and she took it like it was nothing. And now you have Becky Lynch as the champion? Why? Becky has been the champion. I think they said it themselves 7 times. Why not give it to Liv Morgan? Like, at least have her win this match. I don't know. Now you completely destroyed Liv Morgan. You know what I mean? Like, at least if she won this, then we would have talked about Becky coming back and taking the title. But at least you would have had a Liv Morgan victory. She would have had the title for a little while. Had something to her name. This is extremely confusing to me. I don't care now. Why would I care about Rhea Ripley returning and this revenge thing? Why would I care about this? Liv Morgan is a complete jabroni. I mean, man, I can speak more on this, but what do you guys think?
Go ahead,
No,
Kiro.
this was terrible. This was terrible from the second the show started. Listen to this. Why? For one, you're right, kiddo. If Rhea Ripley is only out for 2 to 3 months, why did she have to drop the title when the same thing just happened to Seth Rollins?
Boom.
But to crown your new champion on Raw, you're going to do a battle royal. Not a tournament, not like a women's championship tournament. You know what? The women only get like 1 spot on the show per week as it is. So you could have done 3 women's matches here, done 3 on SmackDown, and next week on Raw, whatever. You bring the winners in and you decide who's your new women's champion. They would never do this with the WWE Undisputed Championship. If Cody has to drop it, they're going to build up an angle or something and have a big match to decide who that champion is. So this just shows how much they care about the women's division. And not only that, Becky Lynch winning this match shows how much they care about the women's division, because before Rhea Ripley went out, she was building up this feud. She got hurt. Fighting against Liv Morgan. But you have Liv Morgan in there in the finals, and you get her thrown out of the ring. If Liv Morgan won this match, you have your story you can go right back to. Liv Morgan, I knocked you out. Now I got this championship. Rhea Ripley has to come back and get it from me. But you put it on Becky Lynch, who just lost to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. What are we doing? That's my big question right now in WWE. What are we doing? And I'm not going to pretend like I'm a Liv Morgan fan, because Obviously, WWE does not see something in her, and I think they're right. But Becky Lynch, I think we could have built somebody else up here. Honestly, they probably should have put it on Nia Jax if it wasn't going to be Liv Morgan, because again, Becky Lynch has been out. She just lost at WrestleMania, so I just don't think she deserved the spot. And if you look at the power, the star power in this match, there was only 3 possible women who could have won. And that's another problem with the Raw Women's division. You got all of these women who really aren't championship material. So when something like this happens, you really don't have a lot of women to choose from. And then we end up with who? Becky Lynch. It's a catastrophe.
Fair enough.
Well, look, what you said about Nia Jax, I think it was actually correct. Now that I think about it, like, she had that playful smile when the referee was showing the title. She went right beside the referee, got her way into the title shot. She was all cocky. Throughout the match, she had the best facial expressions. Honestly,
Best
the
facials.
the facials, man, the facials, you gotta love them. And like all the mentionable spots, like the whole match was built around her, and then at the very end, she's just gone. I don't know. Like, I can, like you said, I can see WWE not seeing too much with Liv Morgan, because like I look at the very end, like she was supposed to do a code breaker on the apron, but she was obviously very scared to do it. Like, you're on the WWE, you're on Raw's main event, dude. You go for that move. It's not like it's gonna injure or kill you or anything like that. It's a code break, it's a back bump. Yeah, and it's just like stuff like that. I know it's very small and it seems like nitpicking, but it shows. It shows how much you want it. That little stuff, again, takes something from being good to being absolutely amazing, to being one of the greatest. And I guess Liv just doesn't have that. But still, I think it's like you said, Kenny, too cruel of a punishment, or it just doesn't really make sense. But man, Brian, like, you've been quiet so far on this, man. What do you think?
He doesn't like to talk bad on
man.
WWE.
Nah,
So he wants
not at
to go
all.
back.
Not at all. Stop it. Not at all, man.
All right, let us
It-
hear
it-
what you think about it, man.
it was a complete catastrophe, man. Like, there's no way this is the decision. Whether you believe in Liv Morgan or not, you built her up to do this whole revenge tour thing, and you just killed it in 2 weeks. I don't know what to even think right now. Just a horrible decision by WWE. I mean, to me, Becky Lynch was like the last person I had that I thought was gonna win. I'll be honest, because I'm like, all right, she just lost at Mania. There's no way they throw this title on Becky right after losing. There's just no way. I mean, Liv
Right.
Morgan was the obvious choice here. If you wanted a good story, the story was there. And they just passed on it. And whether they believe in her or not, like I said, you still had her in that position. Make up your mind, WWE. So I'm
Yeah,
disappointed in the decision.
our old booking crew would have never pulled this. This is a Triple
Okay.
H
Yeah,
move,
brother.
bro. It's a Triple
But
H move.
but back to what a point Kenny said, talking about well, it was both of you who made that point about the championship feels very undervalued. I think they were just trying to get it done before the draft. I think if the draft wasn't around, they would have done a tournament or something like that. But I don't know. It could have been handled better. I was kind of glad though there
Yeah.
wasn't a tournament. I don't want to see any more tournaments, dog. But yeah, it does
They
kill the value a little bit of the title being in a battle royal. I will agree.
But you just decided your women's championship or your women's champion in the battle royal. That's insane, man. That's kind of what you get with the Andre the Giant battle royal. But you got a women's champion out of it now. I don't like
This
it.
was the 24/7 championship. That's fine, but this is gotta be your women's world champion. The world, last I checked, it's pretty big. So maybe be creative. Yeah, don't do a tournament. Do something else. Why not?
Either
A 5-pack
that-
challenge, whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, they could have done different things. They could have held it till after the draft, honestly speaking. But I don't know what happened there, man. I feel like it was a complete botch in terms of match type that they chose and the winner that they chose. It just felt, I don't know, felt very Vince-ish.
Nah,
Always.
Vince wouldn't have pulled this, man. Vince understood the value of his championships. He wouldn't have devalued them like this. I just feel like Vince wouldn't have done this.
I disagree. Look at Intercontinental
Yeah,
Championship.
I
Look
would
at US
dis- I-
Championship
Nah,
for
he
like.
his big championships, not the little guys. He doesn't care about the mid card titles,
So
especially
no,
the
so
tag
you
team.
just this is another video for another day. Brian ain't arguing with you.
Yeah.
Man. I ain't
Can I
arguing
ask
with
one
you, man.
one last quick question? Do you think this damages Liv's reputation pretty much forever now? Is that one of these moments where, you know how Maven kind of made himself by dropkicking The Undertaker? Did Liv unmake herself by losing it in this fashion, this battle royale tonight?
Here's my thing with Liv, right? The last 2 Royal Rumbles, she's been top 3 left in a match, and she has not overcame it. If they're trying to build a story out of this, I don't know what they're trying to do because
Right.
2 Rumbles isn't enough. Now you do this to her. I don't know. Maybe maybe I gotta trust Triple H with this. I don't get it. I'm not the biggest Liv Morgan fan. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that there was just a story to be told there. So I don't know what they're trying to do here. Are they gonna try and make another story out of a story that was supposed to be told? I don't know. I just felt like she got killed, and it was almost like how they did Wardlow in AEW. They built him up
Ooh.
as this big
Ooh.
heel, made him cut
Yeah.
a hell of a promo, and then just plummeted
Ew.
right away. So that's just how I feel about how they did Liv. If they got a follow-up for her, which WWE is kind of decent at sometimes, if they can follow up and build a story out of this, then fine. I eat all my words. But right now, bad decision.
They might be doing the Nikki Cross thing with her, where she spins off and goes off with a Wyatt 6 because she has a little eyeball on her butt. So, I mean, I don't know. They may be making her into a dark character. We'll see.
Well, that has been there for a while, though. I don't know if it has anything to
That's-
do with the
well,
one.
I don't know. I'm not a Liv Morgan guy. Shouts out to the young lady. I'm trying to help y'all live.